One sure indicator that summer is coming to an end is the hustle and bustle for school. It is time to go back to school, and you're getting prepared. You're going school shopping, buying school supplies, clothes, and you're trying to get your child focused for the upcoming year. But baby, I'm finna tell you the truth. They aren't the only ones going back to school. So are you. No, I didn't stop. You thought you finished when you graduated college? Baby, This video is a back to school survival kit collaboration done with several creative, talented content creators. I know you're gonna wanna see what they have to say, so guess what? Their video is in this playlist link right here. All you have to do is click it once you're done, and you can peruse it or watch them all, which would be, of course, better because somebody has a tip that can be used in your 2017-2018 school year. So if it's your first time visiting my channel, I welcome you. I really do. To become part of my family and be a ray of sunshine by clicking that subscribe button. And since you're there already, go ahead and click the notification bell and we good. For all of those that are shining with me, living in truth, even though we can do 100 in the shade, what's up? What's going on? You know how I feel about you. I love you for real. Let's do what we normally do. Have dialogue in the comments below. Like and share with your friends and family. Hell, people you don't know on your social media. So, if you didn't know, I have a 10-year-old son. My 10-year-old Kingston, love his life, is brilliant. He is charismatic. He is adventurous. However, with all the charisma and adventure that he has inside of him, he can become a little unfocused. He can be somewhat distracted and a tad bit rambunctious. Now, all of those words flipped around are just, energetic and explorer, curious, all things that you want in your child. We just have to figure out how to have them focus and hone in on the positive side of those things that are normally considered negative. I told you thought you were out of going to school, baby. You go to school. I mean, you get report cards, you do homework, you get phone calls from teachers. I mean, let's be honest. You're still an active participant in your child's life. No matter if they are grade school or graduate school, you still have an active part in their learning. So today, my plan is to help you figure out how to keep them focused, how to have them prepared to have a successful school year, no matter where they are on the spectrum. How that sound? You like that? I do too. Because I have to revisit these myself. I have a 21-year-old, and baby, I didn't know nothing about none of this stuff. It took a lot of practice, a lot of prayer, a lot of meditation, and we are here. Yes, God. So, first and foremost, I think that while you're preparing for them to go to school and you're buying school clothes and shoes and supplies, you should also talk about expectations. What are you expecting from them out of school? However, it's not about what you want anymore. It's about what we want. The direction that you and your child want for their growth, for their success in the school year. When we change it from what I want and I think to we, or what do you think, or where do you want to go, and actively involve them, they have more vested in it. You also change it from it being a negative to a positive. They start speaking things as if they are. You can go as far as building a contract, having them write it down. I expect to be on honor roll. Out of their mouths. Just a little thing about including them in the plan of the year, setting those expectations about what they have for themselves, making sure to kind of guide them along, making sure to focus on things that weren't so positive and how to make them positive, but including them in that. And for someone like me, I add an extra segment, which is consequences for behavior. And he actually has to come up with his own consequences. I want him to know that you chose this consequence for you getting, the teacher having to call me because you talked too much. You chose this consequence. I didn't. So it helps them be accountable for their behavior. 2, now you did go get the supplies and everything. You know, at the beginning of the year, you're super prepared. You get everything they need: pencils, paper, book, construction paper, glue, crayons, pencils, sharpeners, index cards, highlighters, Post-it notes. You get them everything, 3-ring binders, everything that they need to begin the school year. The key for them to continue to be successful is to make sure that they have the supplies that they need accessible to them throughout the school year. So when things start to deplenish, you need to go and restock the supply. He needs more paper. And yes, we normally go crazy, right? 10 reams of paper and 5 3-ring notebooks and, subjects and composition. We normally go crazy, but for some reason, around February or March, all them pencils have been depleted. So we need to make sure that they have the supplies that they need to help them be successful, so that they're not going to class disturbing someone else because they need a pencil, or that needs to be sharpened, or their backpack has a hole in it, or because they're embarrassed, things like that. And I know money is an issue, but there's a way around all of this stuff. Mending things, the 99-cent store. And maybe I'll do a hack on how to mend a few things so that your child doesn't get embarrassed or bullied in school, because bullying is still real. So you have supplies, but you also want to remain organized the entire time. When I say organized, I mean you have a schedule. You know exactly what the day-to-day plan is. So for me, Kingston, I get home late. So Kingston gets picked up and goes to the Boys and Girls Club. When I pick Kingston up, I expect him to have his homework done. He knows that your homework should be done, and your mother should be able to immediately begin to look at it and correct it. That's something that he can count on. In addition, he knows that I am going to check his homework folder. I am going to check his backpack. I'm checking his backpack for neatness and organization, because a cluttered backpack, like a cluttered room, has a cluttered mind. I had to learn that my own self. In addition, I also have things that he has to do, obligations he needs to meet every week. One of which is taking the trash out every day, making sure that room is organized every day. He has to take the big trash out during trash day, and I've added he needs to water our dry grass twice a week, because water is scarce here in California. So I need him to be responsible for a few things. And he knows that there is a set schedule. I have created a chart that tells him this is what you do. And with that chart, there is an award system. You get some stars if you're on track. And after the end of the month, you get a treat. Depending on what it is, or if he's had some issues, determines what kind of treat he gets. Maybe it's just some ice cream or something like that. But you definitely need to stay organized and have a plan of action, something that they know as routine to do every day. Here's one that's so important. It's so important. Even when my oldest son was unfocused, distracted, and rambunctious, the fact that he knew that I had a rapport with the teaching staff kept him in line. You have to stay engaged with your child. So not only do you want to have a rapport with your teacher, especially if your child is like mine, where they can reach out to you, and sometimes it can become overwhelming, especially when they're on that I don't want to do this anymore. It can become overwhelming, but you have an agreement between the three of you, because it takes all of you for him to be successful. So stay engaged. Have a rapport. Go and visit the classroom. Pop up. You tell the teacher you coming, because sometimes it has to be notified. Sometimes you just need to pop up on their asses too, though. Pop up. Go in there. Check him out unexpectedly. He won't know what to do. When I also stay engaged, I mean, when Kingston gets in the car, I want to know how his day went. And I tell him, give me a day-to-day run of your actions. This way, he is mindful of what he's doing all day so that he can tell me when he gets home. I mean, well, what math did you learn during math time? Because you know what the plan is. You went to orientation, didn't you? And one final thing that will help your child and you, because honestly, it can be frustrating. You can get irritated, annoyed, full of anxiety and worry, stressed out, overwhelmed, and you don't know what to do. The one thing that'll help both of you is to make sure you get good rest. Every night, set a bedtime not only for him, but for you. Kingston's bedtime is 8:30. Now, we, waver every now and again because for whatever reason, I don't get home till 6. So 8:30, 2.5 hours to do everything in, it's kind of tight. But I try and stick as close to 8:30 as I possibly can for him. And then after that, I get some free time, like do my YouTube videos, write in my journal, read a book, catch up on my shows for reviews. I don't really have much time because I'm going to set my bedtime for 11 o'clock. I'm going to try to be realistic. I haven't tried it yet, y'all. Wish me luck on that. But get you some good rest. In addition, make sure you guys are eating healthy food that will contribute to a clear mind, positive energy, healthy body, healthy mindset. This way, you guys are both in the same direction. You're both going the same task. And I know some of us may not have the ability to buy the best nutritious food for our children. Well, you make sure you get them to school early and on time. That's really important. Getting them to school early and on time will also allow them a free meal at the school. They'll get it at lunch and urge your child to eat it no matter how disgusting he or she may think it is. I hope that these have been helpful for you. As I talk through them, I get reminded of what to do for my Kingston, my wonderfully intelligent, brilliant, awesome, phenomenal child, Kingston. That's another thing. Positive affirmations. Give them to him all the time. I have them written all over my wall, but he hears me say how wonderful he is, how magnetic and energetic, how brilliant, how focused he is all the time. I am your girl, Talisa Ray. Thank you for watching my how to be prepared, how to stay focused, how to keep your child prepared, how to keep your child focused contribution to the Back to School Survival Kit. Again, don't forget to check out those wonderfully talented YouTube content creators here by clicking the link. I want to hear your suggestions. I want to know what you do to help your child stay on track. Hell, to help you stay on track, because you might be in school your damn self. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I will see you on the next video.